Pastor Julian here with Essentials Devotion for today. I hope you're doing well. I know a number of people who have suffered the pain of having their spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend cheat on them and show unfaithfulness to them. Our passage of Scripture for today is James chapter 4, verse 4. And this is what James writes. You adulterous people. There's an exclamation mark. I'm not going to yell, but there's an exclamation mark. You adulterous people. Do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with God? Therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. So here we have God being the victim of cheating, that we have been adulterous in our faithfulness to Him. And how are you adulterous and cheating on God? It is done by having this friendship with the world, which, if you dig deeper to understand what this is talking about, when it says friendship, it's talking about an affection, a love, like a philos, a brotherly love, like this love for the world. And when it says the world, it's not talking about God's creation, not talking about God's creation, the trees and the sky and the sea and all these wonderful things that He made that we give Him glory for. He's talking about the worldly order. He's talking about some of the ungodliness in the cultures that have pulled away from Him. The devil's playground. Secular society. If you want to think about this a little bit more when you're talking about the world, look at maybe the Tower of Babel, where the people were ignoring God and they wanted to build a tower to heaven so that they could make a name for themselves. They wanted to depend on themselves. They pushed God out of the picture. They did not glorify Him. They were not in relationship with Him. They just wanted to succeed and do what they wanted and build this tower. And God was unhappy with that, and so He scattered them and destroyed the tower. And so that's what we're talking about, this ungodly spirit of the world and worldly order. You can't at the same time love God and worship God and be affectionate to God, and then at the same time be affectionate to the world. And even if you go down more into this passage, you see that God associates the world with the devil. That the world is the devil's playground and the devil's domain, and the devil's influence. And so, if you like the devil and what he's doing, and then you say, "I love you, God, and I love what you're doing," God does not reconcile those two things. You either love God and you're faithful to Him, or you love the world and you are faithful to the world. But you cannot be loving this makeup of the world and love God at the same time, because God is calling you out as adulterous, as unfaithful. In fact, He says you are His enemy if that's the case. Not only are you separated from Him, not only have you hurt Him, but you have become an enemy of God. I just want to encourage you to be cautious. Be cautious. Love God. Love what He has done for you, what He has given you, what He has taught you. Love what is good and comes from Him, and be affectionate towards that. And deal with and tolerate, in ways, if need be tolerated, the way of the world and the world around you. Don't show affection to it. Don't embrace it. Don't dive into it and make it part of who you are. Who you are is, if you have given your life to God and you believe in Jesus, who you are is a person of the cross. You belong to Him, and so you can't belong to the world at the same time. God bless you, and have a great day.